I'm here with the Schoolboys, a well-known band on the UNCW campus. The band is composed of 5 members, which are all UNCW faculty. Dr. Rick Olson, Dr. Bill Balduke, Mr. Frank Trimble, Mr. Bill Denome, and Dr. James Hunt. It's very nice to have you all here and to speak with you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
So my first question for you guys is, when did your band get started and how did it get started?
I think what year was it that we began?
I don't know.
1999. It's about 12 years ago.
BC or AD?
12 or 13.
It was about 12 years ago. We actually got together to play at a talent show kind of thing. They called it a faculty staff exam jam. And Student Affairs put together this event where they brought in lots of faculty and staff members to play songs and do different acts during the exam week. And we threw together a band. It was made up of some different people at the time, but we did a handful of songs, and that's kind of what got the ball rolling.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
So since you're all faculty here at UNCW, do you often catch yourselves talking more about the band than you do school matters sometimes?
Yeah, some.
Guilty.
Sometimes.
Guilty.
The musician's friend catalog comes along, and you guys we're like anybody else. We look at the catalogs and we talk about the band and the equipment.
And he tells us what we should get,
Yeah.
what kind of gear we should buy. Yeah.
And then the students ask if the period's over yet.
And we do also talk, songs we're hearing and on the radio, driving in, and all that stuff. So.
Speaking of the students, when you tell them that you're in a band, what types of reactions do you get from your students?
Incredulity.
Yes. I don't think they don't believe that we're in a band or that we're in like a real band. I think they think we do period music at rest homes.
Not yet.
Well, yeah.
That
was just
that's
that
in
one
November.
time.
Yeah, that's next month.
So it's fun.
A lot of times, I think a lot of times they're really, you guys, you're in this. They don't really believe that we play out and that we do songs, whole songs,
And I
whole
think
evenings, and yeah.
the fun part is when they've come to see us. The reactions are. The best one I remember is my girlfriend made me come, but you guys are actually pretty good. It's like that was going to be our bumper sticker.
And you're up after 10 p.m.
Yeah, that's right.
Those gigs are hard though anymore. Yeah. When we were younger, we'd play the Whiskey and various places around town, and 10 to 2 thing, and we hit 12:30, and we're starting to fade, and all of a sudden everybody shows up, and it's like, oh wow, we got another hour and a half. And,
Get home about 4 and you're up at 7 taking your kid to soccer or something, and it's like, well, this is not working.
It's fun. We got some stories from some of those gigs, the Shanachie and
Oh yeah.
Rhino.
Would you like to
okay,
share a
I'll
story
share
or two
one.
with us?
We played. What's the place in the Cotton Exchange?
Patty's Hollow.
We played Patty's Hollow about 4 times.
And it's still open?
And the 5th time they said, you guys are too loud. The people at the pizza restaurant upstairs and down 3 doors they think you're too loud, so we can't have you back.
So we've had our noise ordinance violations. So we're a real band.
We're proud of that.
Yeah, back in the old ice house, we
Yeah.
were called on that one. The lady in the condo that called
Yep.
and said, shut up.
Yeah, we're proud of that.
So we've had a lot of fun. I mean, it's been fun to play different places. Some are still in business, some aren't, but it's been a lot of fun.
Now, I know that you played for the Communication Studies Society, their Rock for the Cure at the Real Cafe last year. I attended. You guys are good.
Thanks.
Are you playing again this year, and how do you feel about playing for that certain event?
I mean, it's one of the highlights of the year because it's a really, really genuinely fun party. I mean, people are there to have a blast, and then the cause, it's a great cause. So it takes 2 of our favorite things, and puts them together.
It's also been interesting to watch the event evolve over the years. And I think, from my point of view, the very first year it was a quality event, but it has continued to just build momentum over the years. And now there are some alumni, whether they're visiting that weekend or who are still in the area, who will come to the event and support it. So it just continues to grow in that regard.
There's very few places that we can play where it's just such a great vibe all around because the people are there for a good cause. There are fans that come out to see us, but it's bigger than that. It's not about us. It's about the cause, and it's fun for us to play.
And there's college students there, and then there's 75-year-old, 80-year-old that's there too.
Yeah.
It's a wide range. the demographic, and everybody likes it. Everybody's having fun.
And one of the things we auction off every year is the chance to sing with the band. And
Boy,
That-
that's something.
that is, that is a tightrope without a net for sure, but it's a lot of fun.
And that usually draws about $5-10 usually.
Well,
That's
it
a
depends
big,
on whether we seed it.
it's a big draw, yeah, exactly.
Do you get nervous at that event because there are so many of your students there and there are a lot of faculty members that also attend that event?
Not
No.
nervous. No, I
It's-
mean, you
it's
want
fun.
to, you always want to do
Yeah.
well, but
I think but for any time you perform doing anything, you're probably a little anxious, but I mean, it's not really nervous. We're kind of ready to go.
And that wears off after the first few minutes
Yeah,
anyway.
so
Once you start forgetting that they're there and just listening to the music.
I think once you know that what would turn the corner for me as a person who's a professor, you know, my day job is expert over here and now I'm doing this other thing, is they really want to have a good time. They want you to succeed. They're not going, boy, I hope he screws up on this song so that I can ridicule the band. I mean, you know, so we just know everybody's in it to have a great time and that we just go.
What type of music do you guys play? You've been talking a lot about your music and about playing and about your gigs, but you haven't specified what type and what genre of music you perform.
Well, I will give you the categories, and then I'll let some of my bandmates fill in the blanks. We play ancient classic rock, classic rock, modern classic rock, and surprises. And as the years go by, it's very hard to figure out what is the classic rock and what is the ancient classic rock.
We're kind of chameleons that way. The strike zone is the term. We're still trying to figure that out. It's more like a shotgun than a rifle.
Well, yeah, when Bill joined the band, we used to talk about, we don't know if this song's in our strike zone or not. And he'd say, what's the strike zone? And we'd try to figure out what songs kind of fit. And
We've been known to play parrot head music for certain crowds.
Right.
I have to admit it. It's in our repertoire.
Yeah, we do. We have a little bit of everything so that at least if somebody comes up with a request, we can say, well, we don't know that, but we know this. So we do, you know, rock, we do blues, we do a little bit of Motown, we do a little bit of acoustic rock. So we're all over the map. But that's good. If you don't like what we're playing.
It's a little southern, it's a little bluesy.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's probably
if there is
the
a
heart
strike
of it.
zone, it's kind of in
we don't do a whole lot of rap.
No,
not
on
hip-hop.
purpose.
No, not on purpose, yeah. Exactly.
But he's really big on Lady Gaga.
Yeah. Well, that's just, I like,
Who's
Well, the
not?
outfits and
Who's
everything, we're
not?
not into that.
yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for being here. And for our viewers, we have a special surprise for you. The Schoolboys will perform a music showcase for your viewing pleasure. I hope you enjoy this showing of the Schoolboys. And if you want to see them live, come down to the Real Cafe for Rock for the Cure on Friday, October 21st from 7 to 10 p.m. with a $5 donation, which goes towards the New Hanover Regional Medical Center Foundation's Pink Ribbon Project. I hope to see you all there.